Before we had storylines and pack-a-punches and even perks in Call of Duty, there was just one map on one map alone. If you guys don't know, a little while ago I started a series where I'm going to rank every Call of Duty Zombies map ever made. And the first video I made for this series was on Nocht, and I think it's been like a year since then. So today I wanted to come back and rank it again. Kind of like just revamping it. It's been so long and I haven't posted like a Call of Duty map ranking video for so long that I decided, well, you know what, I'm just going to restart. And so if you guys don't actually know about Nocht or the story behind it, which is really cool, this is basically like a little passion project for a very small team of the developers where they'd create a co-op horde mode secretly behind Activision's back. They actually showed the prototype to the leads and they decided that yes, it would be making it to the game, and that was it. It wasn't really supposed to be anything special. It was supposed to just be like this one little weird game mode that you get after beating the campaign. And well, now today there's Call of Duty Black Ops 7 and this many zombies maps and this many, you know, Easter eggs. So it's safe to say that this map really did create quite the spiral. That's why today I'm going to be ranking it. I felt like it's a good place to start because it's the very first map ever. I might go through and do all of the World at War maps too in a row. I don't know with that, but we'll see how I'm feeling really. Criteria for ranking these maps is going to be number one, the main quest Easter egg. This is going to be the main thing, obviously, is that if it has a main quest Easter egg and how good the Easter egg is. Number two, the atmosphere of the map, how it makes you feel, how cool the design is. Number three, if it has any cool wonder weapons or buildables, stuff like that. Four, the pace, so if it's like a really easy map that you could just casually play for fun. And then finally, like the flow and level design of the map, so like training areas and stuff like that will be taken into account. I also wanted to add like game specific modifiers, so like for Call of Duty Black Ops 3, I'd give it bonus points because the movement system's so good. And sadly for this game, I only have bad ones, but not to say that this game's bad, but I will say three things that I really hate. First of all, the crawlers, they're like way more abundant, and you literally can't use grenades without getting crawlers. And also these two kind of go together, but the zombie aggression and the double swipe, the zombie AI in this game is a lot more aggressive, and it's technically a glitch, but I feel like it's most prominent in this game where you get double hit like quickly and you insta down. Obviously for this map, that's going to be a very big factor considering there is no juggernaut. So, you know, a zombie sneaks up on you and he double swipes you and you literally just can't do anything about that. Anyways, now that we got the basics down, we're going to get into some gameplay and I'll see you guys in a sec. All right, we're in this Johnston, bro. I don't even like know what we're going to be doing. I haven't given much thought, but there's really not a whole lot to do here. I don't think so. Yeah, welcome to the first ever Call of Duty Zombies map. That's pretty cool. Aside from that, this map really doesn't have much more going for it. But yeah, even though, you know, I'm not really as old as most of the people who played this game in its prime, I still played this game a lot. But yes, for people wondering, yes, Call of Duty World at War, the game that came out the same year I was born, is like nostalgic for me. It reminds me of when I was younger. Mom actually got me a PS2 from a garage sale or something like that, and I remember just playing the campaign of this game over and over again. My older brother actually bought an Xbox 360 and he had this game on it, and me and my nephew, is only like 4 years younger than me, so not a lot younger than me when I say my nephew, but we used to play the zombies all the time. We'll see. Let's see what we get from the box. Double barrel shotgun. This isn't great, but it's not horrible. And that's the exact same reason why, because I freaking shoot this guy and it doesn't kill the guy behind him. You'd suspect from a shotgun, but yeah, like realistically, this map would get like the lowest score out of every map possible just because there's so much more that's been added. But I'm not going to say it's completely impossible because I don't think it is. I do think I will rank some other maps higher, like than this, even though they have a lot more to them, a lot more weapons, they have wonder weapons or whatever. I'm just trying to avoid like, you know, oh well, this map's this good, and you know, Origins and Mob of the Dead and Drak and all these other maps, Shadows of Evil are the best maps. I don't want just like a basic list. I want the list to be for like me, but I also feel like I have a couple of takes that people wouldn't necessarily agree with, which is what I want. Oh, that's nice. I haven't played all the maps, especially like the BO3 maps. I think I've played every Black Ops 1 map. 100% have played all BO2 and World at War maps. I know I haven't played every BO3 map. Same with BO4, I haven't played them all. And then I think after that, it just like slowly dwindles. I know I've played every 6 map, I think, in Cold War map. So I think actually going along and like me being new to it, I won't have the, you know, nostalgic vision for a lot of these maps, which I think will make some more interesting takes as we get along. But of course for this one, I've been there, done that, so it's nothing new to me. But I'm also not saying that I'm gonna, you know, just glaze the shit out of this map, because as I enjoy playing it, it's really not that good. It's not the best map ever. I will say it's a lot better with other people for sure. Like once I die here, because I know I'm gonna die early, I'm horrible at this map, I might actually just join a public server and test it on that. But personally, whenever I actually would play this map in my free time, not for a video or anything, I would be going online with others. It's a lot funner that way, in my opinion. There's just something cool about how small the map is and how, like, you know, we don't have too much crazy weaponry. It's just like we got a bunker down with 4 random strangers and just try our best. Obviously, everyone who plays this game kind of knows what's up because it's been out for, you know, 18 years, but it still kind of does have that element of just like random surprise. Every game's gonna be different too. I got the same gun, but with the sawed off and the grip. Oh, a lot of the weapons are pretty basic. I can only think of so many weapons off my head. The selection's not too crazy, and a lot of them actually feel pretty similar, especially because this is a World War II era game, and you know, we don't get like futuristic guns or anything like that, which can for sure make it feel a little more different from the gun-to-gun basis. But yeah, as far as wonder weapons goes, I'm sure the only 2 wonder weapons in this game is the ray gun and the wonderblast, which I've played a good amount of World at War, and that's all I can think of. Maybe I'm stupid, but I know for sure I'll have some experience with them if I am forgetting them, but I'm like 99% sure I'm not forgetting anything. As far as training goes, there's only like just this area out here, at least for solo play. If you're playing with, you know, some more people, honestly, I wouldn't even train and I just camp upstairs. I mean, this training area is not great. It's not bad either. This entire map is confined into like a tiny ass bunker, obviously. There's really isn't too much going on here. Another thing that I think is going to take away points from not just this map, but the game in general, is getting 2-tapped and the rubber band, and that can just be really annoying. And then rubber banding actually is when you get hit and it actually will slow you down. And not only that, it kind of like gives the zombie its own like center of gravity, and it like pulls you in towards them. That is probably the worst mechanic out of every zombie game I've ever played. Got the trench shotgun here, which I would say for sure is a big upgrade from the double barrel. Okay, well, I'm dead. I could have switched to my ray gun. I just thought of that. I didn't do that though, so anyways, as I was saying, I think this map really benefits from playing online, so we're gonna play online. All right, well, now let's see if we can get to a new higher round, which I mean, we just got to you know, round 9, which would be my new highest round. That's okay though, we don't really have to talk about that. I'm kind of concerned. We're on round 9 and I have a starting pistol. Maybe if I shoot these zombies enough, I'll get enough points to buy a box. The entire clip got me enough to, oh my god, please be good. Oh, I love you, baby. I love you, baby. Anyways, now we can like actually play. There's not a lot to this map. We already been to this room. This was literally the only thing we didn't get to, was there's just this room, which is literally nothing up here really. There's a catwalk and you can like shoot out at the enemies and buy grenades. That's where the stairs go. You don't want to buy the stairs. That's pretty much the map really. There's not a whole lot going on. But yeah, these guys, what you can see is they're rebuilding all the barricades and leaving a crawler alive. On this map, it actually does like help a lot. So it's a pretty good idea to do that, obviously, but and so I'm just gonna go around and, you know, help them out and make sure everything's patched up nice and good. Which it looks like it is, so I think we're good to go to the next round. This guy actually probably wants to, there we go. There we go. Hold on, more brown water. Is there dogs on this map? I heard the barking. I think I remember like sometimes there wasn't dog rounds, but dogs would spawn. Like one dog would spawn. But I feel like that wasn't on this. I don't know even. I feel like I'm thinking about the Black Ops 3 giant map where sometimes they spawn in there and just getting that confused because Rise or Darius is in this. I feel like that's what I'm thinking. I don't know for sure though. I'm kind of confused. Confusing myself, of course. Yeah, I'm gonna go spin the box again. You go ahead, bro. You go ahead. We got a sniper. That's brutal. What the hell? You doing, buddy? All right, let's go see what we're gonna get from our second box spin. Because that literally is like the only thing worth spending your money on. All right, that's cool. This is like my favorite weapon in multiplayer. I don't know much about it in zombies, but you know, whatever. Holy shit. It's still one shots? Okay, that works. It's actually kind of sick. I didn't think this thing would one shot on this late around. Okay, maybe it's not. Maybe that zombie is just weak. Hold on. Or maybe I'm just ass at aiming. I don't know. Who knows? Either way, not the gun we necessarily want in our inventory. Round 11 doesn't look cool. Looks stupid. Ooh, let's see what I'm gonna get. That's fine. I hope I get a PPSH too. Over the Thompson, you take the PPSH? I like that big old mag. I actually don't know. I know a lot of people are diehard Thompson fans. Is it general consensus that the Thompson or the PPSH is the better gun? Because me personally, I like that PPSH. But I feel like the Thompson might do a little more damage, which is nice. I don't know. And bro went down with the instant kill and a ray gun. Like, can you fucking believe this guy? You believe this guy? I don't know how much longer my team's gonna be able to survive with this strategy of kind of just whatever the hell we're doing. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Get up, hurry. Shoot your damn gun, what, soldier? They won't let me die with ray gun, right? And with that, we are here at the ranking page, and right here we have Nocht and Toten. Now, I do want to take into account, obviously, I wrote down all the things that I'm going to rank it off. Doesn't have a lot of stuff. Doesn't have the wonder weapons, really. It has the ray gun, which is actually really cool. This map did create the ray gun. I think we have to give it points for that. And the setup for it is pretty easy. You can set up this map really easily. Obviously, there's no main quest. And then the atmosphere is really good. I think this is like one of the scariest, like creepiest, weird, like eerie zombie maps. So for sure, the atmosphere is going to be pretty good. And the wonder weapon, because the first ever wonder weapon was a ray gun. Like, that's just like awesome that this made the ray gun. And then for the flow, I'm gonna say it's like mid, because there's like the one area you can really train in, especially if you don't buy the door that leads to the mystery box. That makes that area a lot better. But it's still like, if you get stuck there, you're basically dead, and there's going to be a lot of zombies spilling in there. So for Nocturne Toten, I would say maybe low C tier, and I think that's very fair. I'm not trying to, you know, like glaze it because it's the first map. I'm not saying it's a bad map, but I mean, like, it's fun to play this, but you're not going to catch me playing multiple rounds. You know, I'll hop on it, I'll play it, I'll have fun. I'm like, okay, yeah, this is where zombies started. That's it. You know, I'm not going to hop back on. I'm not freaking, you know, re-queuing this constantly. And I think that's a good way to be. It for sure kicked off what zombies is going to become in the future and what it has become now. So I think for now, C tier is gonna be where Nocturne Toten sits. If you guys don't agree with that, let me know, but I honestly think this is kind of fire. I'm also looking through these, and like, I'm realizing how much of this game I really haven't played. Like, I've played Ascension, I don't really know it. I played Call of the Dead, I don't really know it. Played Shangri-La, I don't really know it. Obviously, I know the BO2 maps a lot more because that's like my thing. But I mean, like some of these maps, like I have no clue what this shit is. Is this Black Ops 7? I have no clue. Guys, I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you for tuning in and see you later. I don't know. I was gonna say see you next time. I already said that though.